Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. Today I'm answering your questions once again. Everything from Rolex pricing to what Omegas hold value to amazing kind of independent brands. A little bit of everything in today's episode. Also guys, before we get started, customary wristwatch check. Today I'm wearing my H. Moser Endeavor on my combat strap from Aaron in Montreal. This is my dressiest piece. Haven't really been wearing it much lately. Haven't had a reason to kind of get dressed up and go out. Not like I can go out. But I figure I'd give it a run around in the house today. Also guys, don't forget to check out delraywatch.com. We just put up like 30 new watches in the past couple days. Everything from some very rare Panerais, some cool Jaeger, a very rare vintage Vacheron, and a cool vintage Rolex Submariner. All that and more at delraywatch.com, link in the description below. So anyway guys, if you see me staring over here, I'm not being rude, I'm just reading the questions off of my laptop that you guys asked me on Instagram, and there were quite a few today. Let me see. The first question is from Claudio_Tarjanian. Now, Claudio, little backstory, is actually a very, very good friend of mine, a little bit of a mentor of mine. He helped me get my first job at Richemont, and he actually just got the new gig as the brand manager or president of Jacques Dro North America. Congratulations, buddy. And he says, surprise, surprise, what is your favorite Jacques Dro model? Well, Claudio, I'm a big fan of the brand. You obviously know this because I've told you before. But I say my favorite is the Jacques Dro Triple Calendar 1874 Tribute with the Manufacture Blancpain movement. I love the contrast on the dial. I love the moon phase that's on a hand, which is a very different way of making a moon phase. And obviously, I like triple calendars. A very, very handsome watch. Feel free to send me one if you want. You know, we do sponsorships. Actually, I don't know why I'm pointing to Moser because I bought it with my own money. But I can't afford a Jacques Dro right now. But Claudio, feel free to send me one. I'm not even joking. You have my address. Next from Rufio_Ubuntu. Dream car and watch to match. Oh man, this is really hard. I don't really have a dream car or a dream watch. But this weekend, my friend did lend me his 2013 California T. I adored it. I think that's my new obsession. Not right now, but eventually I am going to hopefully be able to get one of those. And I'd like to be wearing an FP Journe Deadbeat Second Tourbillon while I'm driving that down South Beach. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I can dream, right? I don't own either of those two things, but goals. Eddie_Landsberg. Are you interested in doing any watchmaking stuff for fun? I highly recommend it. Well, Eddie, truth is, I have done a lot of these watchmaking workshops when I worked for Richemont. I've taken apart movements. I've regulated stuff. You know, I can do very simple stuff now, like regulation and water pressure testing, but I have done like watchmaking workshops, and I quickly realized that I have the hand-eye coordination of a baboon. I have zero skill when it comes to watchmaking. I get highly frustrated, I get upset, little springs fly everywhere, I lose my screwdrivers, it makes me want to tear out my head. It's for far more patient people than I am. It makes me respect watchmakers a lot more, but I am no longer interested. I was interested, no longer interested in doing it myself, and certainly not capable. But thank you for asking. QTJoey.com. Yo, Fed, love the videos. I'm always keeping an eye on delraywatch.com. Thank you so much. Which sports watch do you think looks best for formal occasions? I know Bond can pull off a Seamaster with a tux, but us mere mortals, what do you think is a dressy watch that can be, a sports watch that can be dressed up? Well, you know, I'm a big proponent of not wearing a sports watch when dressed up. However, I think two exceptions that look great are either a Genta design, so like Royal Oak, 5711, Gerard Perigo, or I like vintage subs. So like well, it's not really vintage, but pre-maxi case subs. So a 16610 can look all right. I wouldn't wear any of those with a tux, but with a suit, I think they can look pretty dapper. Jorge Rizek, 2191. Hey Federico, do you believe with the economic downturn we are experiencing, premiums on stainless steel sports watches such as the Nautilus, Royal Oak, and Rolex GMP will go down? They have gone down a little bit. They certainly have, particularly Nautilus. Actually GMTs have gone down a little bit too, but I don't think it's permanent. I don't think it's a new market. I think the demand is still there. Sales are still relatively strong. At least they are for me at Delray Watch, but I know a lot of other dealers that, yeah, they have discounts, but they're still selling. I think now is the right time to buy. Whether it's permanent or not, I really, really don't think so. I don't want to get into why I don't think so. It's a very long discussion, but it is my honest opinion that it's slowed down, but it is not permanent. Lalin Robles, why so single? With all due respect. Yes, I am single. I don't know. I have no idea. I work 70-hour weeks. I don't, my love life's not too bad. But yes, I am single. I'm not sure, but if you've got, somebody beautiful you want to set me out with, link in the description below. My email's right at the top of the website. Barutian. Hey, Fed. I hope you're doing well. You too, buddy. I'm interested in flyback chronographs. What would you pick under 5K? I know it's tough. Best to you, David. Well, David, thanks so much for the question. Yes, it is tough. 5K is not a massive budget, but there are two that I think are amazing. I would go with the Breguet Type 20, either the Aeronaval without the date or the Transatlantique with the date. Fantastic watches. Breguet, great brand, and once again, Federico Piguet movements. Or you could go with the Blancpain Lemon Flyback, slightly dressier, not aviation inspired. I believe it's based on the same movement as well. I prefer the Breguet, but I think Breguet and Blancpain under $5,000 for a flyback chrono, hell of a value. That is for sure. MGM 5338. Hey Fed, love the channel. Thank you. Thanks for keeping the content coming during the slowdown. It's my pleasure. Thank you for watching. Wanted to get your thoughts on the Blancpain Lemon series, particularly the flyback chrono. Seems like a great value proposition, even factoring potential service costs. What do you think of them? It almost feels like I'm repeating myself. I love them. I think with retail prices in the high teens to low 20s, you can pick these up pre-owned under $5,000. Yeah, service is not super cheap, but it can be done by independents because it is a Federico Piguet movement, though parts are particularly expensive for that. I'd say a full service would run you about $1,000. But that doesn't have to happen often. I mean, every half decade or more, I think it's a brand with great history. I think it's a very handsome watch, a hot horology, chronograph movement, flyback mechanism. Once again, not to repeat myself too many times, but what can you not like? A to the J81, my boy AJ. What do you think of some second-tiered brands could or should do from a marketing perspective to cut into some of Rolex's market share? And don't say Rolex spends millions so no other brand has a chance, because you know as well as I do, you don't necessarily need millions to get hype going. AJ, you're not wrong. I can only hypothesize on what they should do. I'm not a marketing expert, but I would say two things. First, stop putting up billboards and advertising in the Wall Street Journal and start putting up YouTube ads or just get a social media presence that's not paid for. So start a YouTube channel as a brand and pay for YouTube ads. That's where everybody's attention is, and people would love to interact with the brand. By the way, YouTube ads are not particularly expensive, and starting a channel is cheap, apart from the labor. So brands, get on that. You'll get a lot more eyes than billboards. Secondly, what I would do, and I think this is not really from a marketing perspective, but from a supply perspective, is stop dumping your inventory. Yes, this is hard. You're not going to start a brand and be the next Rolex. You might overproduce. You might not sell anywhere near to what you made, but guess what? When you dump your shit on the market for 30 cents on the dollar, gray market, and I am a gray market dealer, so I'm being honest here, it makes your brand look bad. You know, the artificial lack of supply for Rolex is marketing genius. It's hard to get, so people want it. And I think that is probably the best thing you can do marketing wise, along with, you know, modernizing your marketing approach with social media and digital copy. I don't think Rolex does that many things special. I mean, yeah, over decades, they've kept their design language very fluid and recognizable, but really all they do nowadays is, you know, restrict supply. No one cares that they're, you know, advertising at the Masters or golf or tennis. No one gives a shit about that, excuse my language. People like it because, you know, it is an excellent product, which is important, but from a marketing perspective, they like it because they can't have it. And I think that's a very hard thing to do when you're a company that has to pay the bills, is do you get the quick buck now and dump your stock, or do you make it unavailable and not make money now, but maybe help yourself in the long run? I don't know. It's a tough one. Anyway, guys, thank you for sticking around with me today. I hope you enjoyed this little video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. It really does help. And please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any content. Guys, thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.